Some of you know Mr. Gurdeep Singh Anand. I'd just like to share one thing today which would put him in perspective for you. So he gave his entire life's earnings, everything he had in his corporate career. Many of you might know that he was in the corporate world for his entire career. And whilst he was in the corporate world, this concept of giving back was very, very important to him. So the day he walked out of Jamnalal Bajaj of Institute of Management, the next day he was a faculty there. Right? You walk out of UBS and imagine your faculty at UBS. Wouldn't that be cool? So he walked out and they offered him a position. Of course, he was going into his corporate career, so he couldn't do it. So he said, I'll teach part-time. And so he taught every Saturday, Sunday for 35 years at JBIMS, Sydenham, Narsimonji and SP Jain Institute. So I honestly never saw my father because during the daytime weeks he was working, and in the weekends when I was free, he was teaching. For UBS, he gave his entire life, all his career, his last innings, everything he had earned, he put it in this institution and didn't take even 1 rupee from it. So a lot of credit to him.
Gurdeep Singh Anand had a very funny way of teaching a life lesson that you didn't realize it till much later. So remember, we were still building the institute, and we had this engineer with us, Sri Rao, and I was fresh out of design school, and I had these dreams how to create things, and I was like shooting off my head, and I'm like, yeah, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. And he was very, very quiet. So suddenly he's like, ma'am, मैं अभी गुरदीप सर के ना कैबिन से आया हूँ. उन्होंने बोला है, अगर तरुण चिकन है, तू एग है, Biba is not born yet. I was aghast and didn't know what to say, and I had worked nights and days with all these designs, and I was just like sitting them looking at them. So eventually, he made me work really hard, and he taught me something that don't bring your ego ever into anything.
The knowledge that will make an impact on the society in a positive manner. Okay, so my sharing with you all today is that as learners, you can definitely play a very, very key role in this intellectual contribution building. By how? By writing research paper which has got managerial implication. You are all management students, right? So your research paper should have some managerial implication.
I'm so honored today to be part of this wonderful Gratitude Day, and I must thank Tarun to the way he started the day today, and every aspect of every small thing today which has happened today moves me a lot. I have not experienced such a feeling in my, I would say, short career I've had. It's not a long career. I think I have a long way to go. Sometimes I feel, because you're not seen enough in life if you're not seen things like these. These are new experiences for me.
Tragedy of my life is that I could not meet our late founder, president, Sir Gurdeep Singh Anand. My colleagues, Professor Elora, Professor Vijay, Brigadier Sir Chima, they have all worked with him and they could learn so many things from him. Unfortunately, I missed that opportunity.
हमको मन की शक्ति देना, मन विजय करें, दूसरों की जय से पहले खुद को जय करें. And everybody was singing along, so was he. And he was crying and crying and crying here. I remember the one girl called Bhavya Agnihotri sitting next to him there and just petting and consoling him. That was the human touch of that person. Whole lot of energy, connected with the students, every bit of it, and very kind-hearted. There's so many more anecdotes. Another thing I'd like to say, any situation, he had an anecdote for that. And with the very good learning in that. So I'll end with that. I won't say anything. And I really think we really miss him. That's the least I can say.
That's his commitment and timing. He'll be very hard on timing and disciplining. There is n number of things we can quote about it, but what I want you to learn from, we all learnt it. The amount of untiring commitment and passion about things what he builds in. Voracious reader, he said, it's not about you, you can be smart and also a scholar. That combination builds everything to a success. So best wishes. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for watching.
Very good evening to all of you, and thank you for making it today on this wonderful occasion of Founders Gratitude Day. This day was coined because I think the most important thing in our lives is to every day, and we heard from the wonderful speakers, is to say thank you, to have that loving, caring attitude with everybody. Doesn't matter whether it's someone like a Maushi or a guard, they're all working, every one of us. So we felt it's very, very important that at least one day out of 365 days, we can only think about thank you and keep reverberating that message.
मुलाकात हो न हो, लग जा गले के फिर ये हंसी रात हो न हो, शायद फिर इस जन्म में मुलाकात हो न हो, लग जा गले से